Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video on PS4 Linux. Today I'm going to show you how you could run the game Mortal Kombat 11 on a PS4 Linux distro, and as usual I'll use my favorite distro, that is Pop OS, which is already available for the PS4. You can check the description for the download link and the instructions to install Pop OS on your PS4. As usual, we will begin the video with gameplays. I'm going to try the game Mortal Kombat on 3 settings, that is high, medium and low, at 1080p resolution full screen. Okay, and the gameplay portion will be followed by a detailed instruction video showing you how exactly you could get the game running on your PS4 Linux distro. Okay, so let's begin with the gameplays.
There are Black Dragon and Red Dragon.
Both clans are rife with thieves and scoundrels.
Then both must be broken.
Round one. Fight!
Protect the innocent.
Keep the Black Dragon out of Outworld.
Gotta go where business takes me, love.
There's none for you, Kano.
Round one. Fight! I'll job you, Dill.
Take your time getting up.
Your flesh would sicken this one's children. Your limbs will be torn off instead.
Round one. Fight!
That's a scratch.
fire.
Round 2. Fight.
Larvae fight.
So I hope you guys loved the gameplay. Now it is time to see how you could actually get the game running on your PS4 Linux distro. For the time being, this tutorial is exclusive to Ubuntu and Ubuntu based distros like Pop OS. So if you're using let's say Ubuntu 21.10 or Pop OS, then this is gonna work for you. For those who are on Fedora right now, I haven't checked this setup actually on Fedora, but I'll do that soon and I'll be updating. So please make sure that you have followed me on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube and Facebook. Okay, so you get the latest updates. I also recommend that you go to my website and subscribe to me via email so that you'll also get the update via email. Okay, so let us begin with the requirements. The first is the payload. You're free to use any payload, but I would recommend that you use at least the 2 GB VRAM payload. That's what I'm using right now. Let me show you by going to the system and system monitor. So as you can see, I have 6.3 GB of RAM available. That means I have almost 2 GB of VRAM or video RAM available. So I'm using the 2 GB VRAM payload for this specific tutorial, but you could also try the 3 GB VRAM module. Maybe you will get better performance with the 3 GB. I haven't checked it yet, but you guys could try it and leave the comments below. Okay. So the first thing was payload. Next we come to swap space. Yes, swap space is necessary because you are ought to run out of RAM pretty soon while playing this game. So a swap space is necessary. As you can see on my system monitor, the swap is not yet available. So I'm going to switch on that. For me, it is just switching on. But if you haven't created a swap space before, I suggest you check the link in the description. Actually, I have already done that in the video on Elden Ring, which shows you exactly how you could create a swap space and activate it. I'll leave a link to that tutorial, that is a relevant portion of the tutorial, in the description. You could go there, or you could also check the textual article, which will also be linked in the description, with the help of which you could set up your swap space. So I would recommend 4 GB of swap space, but it's up to you. Actually, I have not seen any games cross the 1.5 1.8 GB swap usage anywhere, but to be safe, I'm going to use the 4 GB swap space. Okay, so in my case, all I have to do is sudo space swap on / swap, then press enter, provide my password, and yep, my swap space is loaded and I'm ready to load the game. Now we come to the third requirement, that is GE-Proton, that is glorious egg roll proton. Right now, as you can see in my downloads folder, I have GE-Proton downloaded and the current version is 7.14, which I'll be using for this tutorial. Okay, this has been tested on 7.14, so you could try 7.14, but if you feel adventurous, you could try the older versions of GE-Proton, or maybe when a newer version comes out, do try that too. Okay, and once you have downloaded this, all you have to do on Pop OS is right click here and extract here. I've already done that. And here we have the folder GE-Proton 7.14, which is extracted from this archive. And now we come to the fourth requirement, that is the custom Mesa script. I have seen that the latest Mesa that comes with Pop OS, I guess it was 21.3.5 or 21.2.6. I don't remember exactly, but whatever the version is, it doesn't seem to work well with Mortal Kombat. So I have made a custom Mesa script which will help you run the game on Pop OS and all the modern distros, that is 21.10. Okay, I have left the link to download this custom Mesa in the description. All you have to do is go to that page, and under the releases you will find custom Mesa Ubuntu version 2. Make sure that you're downloading the version 2 of this custom Mesa. Okay, and you'll also have to download the shell script, that is mesa.sh. Once you have this downloaded, now we're going to extract it and set it up. To do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a terminal here by right clicking on an empty space and then clicking on open in terminal, and then I'm going to type tar space hyphen xvf hyphen custom mesa ubuntu. Okay, here we have the full name, that is this tar archive, and then I'm going to give a space and then hyphen capital C, then space, then slash home slash noob 404. Okay, that's it. But if you're using a different distro that doesn't have this noob 404 folder, you'll have to create one on your own. To do that, just right click here, open a new window, and then type sudo mkdir slash home slash noob 404. Okay, and then press enter. I already have the folder here, so I won't be needing that. But if you don't have it, and just press enter there. Once you have created the folder, you'll have to give it the necessary permissions for it to work properly. And to do that, just type sudo space chmod space hyphen capital R space ugo plus rwx and then space slash home slash noob 404. Okay, once you have done that and you have created the folder, what you're going to do is come back to this terminal and press enter. Now this is going to extract the whole Mesa custom script into the folder slash home slash noob 404. That is my home folder. Let's go to the home folder to see if the process is happening or not. As you can see, the new folder Mesa has been created. This contains all the necessary files to run this custom Mesa script. Okay, now as you can see, the extraction is complete and we are ready to load the script. But there is a dependency that this custom script depends on to run properly on Ubuntu based systems. Before we actually run the script, we have to install this dependency, and to do that, just type sudo space apt space install space libz3 hyphen 4 and press enter. I already have it installed, so yeah, it says it's already the newest version, but if you don't have it, you'll have to install it. Okay, now that prepares us to load the custom Mesa script. And to do that, what I'm going to do is go back to my downloads folder and copy this mesa.sh just for convenience. But if you feel that mesa.sh is conveniently placed for you in the downloads folder, just leave it there. But I'm just going to copy this to my desktop because that is where I feel it is convenient for me. And as you can see, it is pasted right here. Okay, so now we are ready to load the custom Mesa script. And to do that, I'm going to open a terminal and then I'm going to type source desktop slash mesa.sh. You will have to change the location according to where you have the mesa.sh script. Okay, I have it on my desktop. That's why I have desktop here. Okay, now let's check whether the script has properly loaded Mesa. Okay, to do that, I'm going to type vulkan info and then a separator followed by a space and then again a space and then less. Now let's scroll down a bit to see what version we are using. That is Mesa version. Yeah, so we have 20.0.8 and I'm gonna open a new window here of the terminal and I'm gonna type the same command on this terminal, that is vulkan info space separator space less, and then let's scroll down to see what version this pop OS has by default. I think it's 21.3.5. Let's just make sure. Oh, okay, here we have it, 21.3.5. As you can see, both these terminals show different versions of Mesa. This should tell you something. If you want this game or any other game that you plan to run with this custom Mesa script, then you have to make sure that you use the same terminal that you use to source the script. For example, if you were to run the game on this terminal, it won't work. Okay, for that, what you have to do is source the Mesa script. So you're using this command and then run it in the same terminal. And at the same time, let's say if you were to close this terminal and you open a new terminal and try to run the game, it would use Mesa 21.3.5, not the Mesa custom Mesa. So each time you close and open a terminal, you'll have to run this source script. Okay, I hope that's clear. Now we are completely ready to run the game. Let's just start it. Okay, and to do that, first of all, what I'm going to do is change the directory into the game folder. So Mortal Kombat stores its exe files, that is executable files, within the slash binary slash retail folder. So I'm going to change directory into that. Depending on the location of your install, you'll have to change the directory accordingly. In my case, it is this. As you can see, I have typed it right here. And before that, we'll have to type cd, that is change directory, and then space and the path to retail folder, and then press enter. As you can see, we have changed the directory into the folder. Now we are ready to run the game. And to do that, there are multiple commands, but this is the command that I like the most. So it is dxvk underscore HUD is equal to 1. This is an overlay that shows you the FPS and other details. And then space radv underscore debug is equal to ACO. Now, there's a lot of confusion whether you have to use radv underscore perftest or radv underscore debug for ACO in this case. But I have found that radv underscore debug is equal to ACO gives me better performance than using radv underscore perftest. I don't know what the reason is, but upon checking the Vulkan info output, I found that there's a little difference between running perftest and debug. I don't want to go into the intricacies of it, but there are multiple commands that you could try to get the game running perfectly. Okay, I'll leave all those commands in the new command database that I have created on my website. You could check that for more commands. And also I request you all to leave your commands. Say you have gotten a game working perfectly fine on PS4 Linux distro, let's just share it with the rest of the world. To do that, I request you to go to that page, that is the Wine command database page, and leave a description in the format specified in that post. Okay, coming back to the command. Then I'm going to provide a space, and then wine esync is equal to 1, and then space wine underscore full screen underscore FSR is equal to 1, and then space, and then I'm going to copy and paste the path to the GE-Proton wine. Okay, to do that, I'll go back to the downloads folder, and we had already extracted GE-Proton here, 714. I'm going to go into that files and then bin, and then I'm going to right click on wine, click on copy, and then paste it right here. Okay, and then I'll provide a space and then MK11.exe. Now we are set to load the game. Let's just press enter. Okay, here we have the game loaded. I'm gonna go to the main menu.
Conquer.
Now let's check the options. We have graphics here. As you can see, I'm running on 1920 to 1080 full screen. And here we have medium settings. Let's just start with low settings. Okay, and then I'm going to click on accept. Now I'm back on the main menu. Let's start a game. Here we have Mr. Robocop. I guess this is Jade.
There are Black Dragon and Red Dragon.
Both clans are rife with thieves and scoundrels.
Then both must be broken.
So far, not so bad. Let's see. I hope you have seen the whole gameplay at low settings in the starting of the video. Now it's time to switch to the medium settings and see how it performs. I'm going to go back to the options. And then graphics. I'm going to change this to medium, accept, yes. Let's go fight again. And here we have it. Yes, when we switch to medium mode, there are slight glitches in the intro scene and stuff, but this is not gonna affect us while gameplay. Let's check it out anyways. Okay. Now we're gonna try the high setting. I'm gonna go into graphics and then high. I'm not sure if it's gonna work fine. We do see slight glitches in the cutscenes. But yeah, that was expected. Even in the medium settings, there were a few glitches, but in high, I see a little more, but not great.
Your limbs will be torn off instead.
Okay, so let's see if the gameplay is affected by this glitch. So far, it is fine. I'm able to manage at, like what, 25 FPS. Okay, there was a small glitch there, but that was kind of a fatal blow like thing, I guess. I don't know what the terminology is in this game. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose this. Okay, you could watch the full gameplay at the starting of the video. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Now my friends, that was Mortal Kombat 11 on PS4 Linux. I hope you liked the gameplay and the tutorial, and I hope it helped you a lot. So as you saw, it runs great on PS4 Linux. Actually, there were a few glitches here and there, but the gameplay was fine, super fine actually. And hope you all guys agree with me on that. And as for the other commands, you could also check the Wine command database that I have linked to in the description. If this command doesn't work for you properly, you could also try those commands, okay? And before I leave, if you feel like my work is awesome and you would like to support the work, you could also always consider donating to the cause. I'll leave a link for that in the description. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, you might have forgotten the bell button in the process. Please hit on that too. And like the video if you liked it. Please leave your comments, suggestions and whatnot. By the way, YouTube has done me a favor by activating the community tab, and I'll also be posting updates in the community tab on the channel. So please keep an eye on that too. Till I see you in the next video. Bye guys. Have a nice day.